The moment I opened the door and saw my sister in bed with my husband, I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I just stood there, watching the two people I trusted most destroy me in silence. Trust is a fragile thing. It takes years to build, and just 1 second, one glance, one betrayal to shatter completely. I thought I had a perfect life, a supportive husband, a beautiful home, and a sister I would have taken a bullet for. But on that one quiet Thursday afternoon, everything I believed in was reduced to dust. My name is Angela. I met Daniel in college, and from the first day, it felt like the universe conspired to put us together. He was charming, responsible, and most importantly, he made me feel safe. My little sister, Tasha, was always around. We were inseparable since childhood. I used to joke that she was my twin born 2 years late. She had a fiery spirit and could make anyone laugh, even on their worst days. When Daniel came into my life, it was natural for him to become part of our sisterhood circle. At least, that's what I thought. Daniel and I got married after 5 years of dating. Tasha was my maid of honor. She cried during the vows and toasted us with a speech that made everyone laugh and cheer. I never imagined that beneath her cheerful words, she was hiding something so dark, so unthinkable. Things didn't fall apart all at once. It was subtle at first. Tasha started visiting more often. Too often. She claimed she needed space from her toxic on-and-off boyfriend, and of course, I opened our doors to her. She was my sister. I wanted her to feel at home. But as the weeks turned into months, strange things began happening. I'd walk into a room and find her laughing too hard at something Daniel said. I caught glances, quick looks they thought I didn't notice. Once, I came back from grocery shopping earlier than expected and heard them whispering in the kitchen. When I walked in, they jumped apart like guilty school kids. Still, I told myself I was overthinking. Paranoia. Maybe I was insecure. Maybe I was tired. But the tension in the air was thick enough to cut. I started watching them closely. Daniel's phone was suddenly off limits. Tasha avoided eye contact more and more. The laughter stopped. Instead, there was silence. Heavy, awkward silence whenever all three of us were in the room. One day, I decided to test my gut feeling. I told both of them that I'd be out of town for a work retreat. I packed a bag, left in the morning, but circled back by noon. My heart was pounding the entire drive back. I felt like I was setting a trap for the people I loved, but a part of me already knew what I would find. When I got home, Daniel's car was parked in the driveway. That wasn't strange. He was supposed to be working from home that day. What was strange was the fact that the house was dead silent. I stepped in quietly, leaving my heels by the door so they wouldn't hear me. I climbed the stairs one at a time. And then, I heard it. Low voices. Laughter. The sound of sheets rustling. The door to our bedroom was half open. My bedroom. And then, through that narrow gap, I saw the truth. Tasha, my sister, naked under the sheets. Daniel beside her, shirtless, looking relaxed, like this was the most normal thing in the world. I didn't burst in. I just pushed the door open slowly. They froze. And for a long second, the world stood still. Tasha's eyes widened. Daniel sat up, his mouth opening like he wanted to speak but had no words. And me. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I simply said, "So, this is what you've been doing behind my back?" The silence that followed was louder than any yell. I turned around and walked out. I didn't need to hear excuses. I didn't need to give them a chance to twist my reality. I packed a bag, left the house, and stayed in a hotel that night. I ignored every call, every message. The next day, I confronted them both in a group text. "You two deserve each other. Don't ever contact me again." But of course, that wasn't the end. Why parents were devastated when they found out. My mother begged me not to cut off Tasha, saying, "She's your sister, blood is blood." My father didn't say much. He simply told Tasha to move out of town for a while. Tasha texted me a week later. "I'm sorry. It just happened. I never meant to hurt you. Daniel emailed me. It was a mistake. I was lonely. Please let's talk. Lonely. In a marriage where I bent over backwards to support him? A mistake. Sleeping with my sister multiple times wasn't a mistake. It was a choice. Over and over again, I filed for divorce. I changed my number. I blocked them both on every platform. A few months later, I heard from a mutual friend that they had tried dating each other openly. It didn't last. Apparently, trust doesn't come easy when your relationship is built on betrayal. Tasha eventually moved to another city. I haven't seen her since. Daniel tried to get in touch through mutual friends, claiming he was in therapy and wanted closure. But closure is overrated. Sometimes the best revenge is healing in silence. It's been a year now. I've learned to smile again. I go to therapy. I journal. I've even started dating. Carefully, slowly, with eyes wide open. I share my story not because I want pity, but because someone out there is ignoring their instincts like I did. Someone out there thinks they're just being paranoid. Trust your gut. The people you love the most are also the ones who can hide the sharpest knives. If betrayal taught me anything, it's that self-love is the most important kind of love. And family. Blood might be thicker than water, but poison is thicker than both. If this story hit close to home, I want to hear your thoughts. What would you do if your own sister or brother crossed the line like this? Would you forgive them or cut them off forever? Drop your answer in the comments. I'm reading every single one. And if you think this betrayal was wild, wait until you hear the next story about what my best friend did to ruin my engagement. Subscribe to Say Reddit Stories and turn on the bell, because the next story is going to wreck your emotions.